Welcome to CX Riot Radio.
Now roll that beautiful bean footage.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of CX Riot Radio. My name is David. I'm the caffeinated CXO. And we're here because it's time for another episode of CX Riot Radio. This is the place where we talk about CX and other stuff, all in a hyper-caffeinated state. Alright, today we're going to talk about QA, quality assurance. You knew that because that's the title of this episode. So, I don't really need to explain what I'm going to talk about because you already know. Unless you can't read, which is fine, I guess. It is what it is. So, let's talk about QA. There's a myth in corporate America and in call centers specifically that myth goes, if we measure everything on a checklist, quality will magically improve. And that, my friends, is kind of bullshit. Kind of bullshit. Just a little. Just a little. And that's okay. Because what you've got in most call centers is, let's face it, it's not quality assurance, it's compliance assurance. It's a laundry list of petty little points some committee decided mattered more than the actual fucking outcome of the fucking call. And I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ghosts and ghouls, squirrels and lemurs, and everybody in between, this check-the-box approach is a disservice to the agent, to the company, and most importantly, to the customer themselves. So, if you're familiar with QA, and I'm assuming you are, here's how it usually goes. Some poor rep is sitting across from their supervisor in a coaching session. The call they took last week is pulled up 300 calls ago. The customer was happy. The problem was solved. The appointment was booked. The revenue came in. But the QA score, 58%. Why? Well, you forgot to say the company name twice. You only said the customer's name once. You didn't thank them for calling in exactly the way the script says. You offered the maintenance plan too early in the call. Yeah, I know they took it, but you offered it too early. See here, it's in the script at this point, and you offered it at this point. Meanwhile, the customer got exactly what they needed. What message does that send the agent? That solving problems isn't enough. You've got to perform like a little tiny clanker robot while you're at it. This isn't just annoying. It is fucking toxic. When QA nitpicks things that don't affect the customer experience, you destroy trust. You teach agents that speed is more important than listening. Scripting is more important than problem solving. And pleasing QA is more important than pleasing the customer. You turn sharp, resourceful, relationship-driven people into paranoid script readers. And the second they start sounding like clankers, you know what happens. We all know what happens. Customers stop listening. They tune out. They don't feel a connection. They don't feel the humanity over the phone. You didn't assure quality. You manufactured mediocrity. Aren't you proud of yourself? Now, bad QA doesn't just hurt morale, it royally fucks the business. Because now you've got leaders making decisions based on meaningless scores. You've got reps more focused on avoiding QA deductions than on building rapport or handling objections. And the big one, you lose the opportunity for real coaching. If your QA form is all about did they say X, did they read Y, you're missing the point. The chance to identify skill gaps in empathy, in product knowledge, and in closing ability. Instead of developing your people, you're grading them on how well they tap dance for corporate. So, what should companies do instead? If you want QA that actually improves your call center, throw out the nitpick parade and focus on outcome-based quality. Like, was the customer's problem solved? Not was the script followed perfectly. Did the customer get what they called for without confusion or having to call again? Did the customer feel taken care of? Tone, patience, empathy, listening. Was the agent a human or were they a clanker? Was the business objective met? Was the appointment booked? Was the payment collected? Was the maintenance plan offered? Whatever the goal was for that type of call, was it met? Did the agent follow the necessary compliance rules? Things like legal disclosures, required safety questions, anything that's truly non-negotiable. And let's face it, in most call centers, that's like one or two things, maybe. That's it. Everything else is style points. And style points are coachable in the moment, not months or hundreds of calls later in a QA review. So, now let's talk about the outsourced and offshore side of this because, well, that's the way the world is going, right? And that's where the bad QA habits go from being fucking annoying to being fucking dangerous. If you've got an offshore team, especially in the trades, they are already facing an uphill battle. It's already a really hard job for them. Different accents, different cultural communication styles, sometimes even time zone fatigue. I mean, face it, if you're like outsourcing to the Philippines or to like, say, somewhere in Eastern Europe, 12 to 15 hours ahead, it's like overnight when is your peak hours. Customers may be skeptical before the call even really starts. The worst thing you can do? Well, there's a bunch of worse things you can do. But one of them, the topic we're on, is force them into one-size-fits-all script that was written for North American-born CSRs in an in-house environment. You're setting them up to fail. For offshore QA, the focus should be clarity of communication, Is the customer understanding them without strain? Confidence. Are they delivering the message with authority and calm? Process accuracy. Did they get the right info, confirm it, and put it in the system correctly? And cultural adaptation. Are they aware of how customers in your market speak and what they expect? Americans, by and large, don't react well to being called Miss Jane or Sir Henry. Majority of us are not noble born, and we don't like that kind of thing, right? It is what it is. And it's not about erasing their natural style, right? No. It's about bridging the gap so they sound like part of your brand experience. They literally are an extension of your brand, and you have to treat them like that. If you don't, you're doing it wrong. If you don't teach them and train them to be your brand and to be the voice of your brand, then you just fucked up. You're cost cutting for no reason. You're cost cutting, but you're going to lose a lot of money. So was the cost cutting worth it if you don't train and treat them like they are your brand? These are the first voices your customers hear when they call you. You can have the best marketing, the most beautiful vans, the best billboards, the coolest radio ads, a kick-ass TikTok account. And that's all well and good. That allows customers to hear about your company. But when they call in and they talk to whoever it is are answering the phone, that is their first real exposure to the brand. And you best be investing in that. The call center is where your marketing dollars go to thrive or die. So are you investing in that? Well, you better be. They better be. And your offshore team can deliver top-tier customer experience, but they need QA that's supportive and not punishing. They are human after all. A lot of people fucking forget that. They are human as well. If all they get from QA is a long list of you didn't say the greeting exactly right, you're wasting the contract and the talent. And you should feel fucking ashamed of yourself. BattleNet. So, good QA should be a coaching tool, not a grading sheet. If your reps leave a QA session thinking, well, I guess I'll just read the script like a robot next time, you failed. If they leave thinking, okay, I understand how to connect better, solve faster, and close stronger, then you've got real quality assurance. And for the love of all fuck, make QA a two-way conversation. Let agents challenge the score. Let them explain the customer context. This isn't a courtroom, it's a workshop. Let's face it, when was the last time your QA team, when was the last time you took a fucking call? Give people some grace. Jesus. Bad QA is like a leaky pipe in your business, slowly dripping away morale, skill, and customer trust. Good QA, effective QA, is a tool that sharpens people. It's a mirror that shows them their strengths and the exact skills they can build to become more effective. So, if your QA program looks like a scavenger hunt for script violations, burn it the fuck down. Build one that reflects what your customers actually care about. Did they help me? Do I trust them? Would I call them again? Because the scoreboard that matters isn't the QA sheet. It's the customer calling back, booking again, and telling their friends, yeah, those guys took care of me. That's quality worth assuring. So, that said, buy my shit, buy my books, or you can download the books for free. The merch isn't free, but the books are. Be nice if you did both. I don't know, bro. I'm trying to make a living here. So, until next time, I'll see you later this week. Thanks for tuning in to CX Riot Radio. I love you.